Hopefully it's working.
Trying to get in between.
I gotta get my ID on there. 8. ID, and my name is Wendy Tribble. All right. Yeah. Alright, hello everybody. My name is Wendy Tribble, and today I'm going to be presenting the life of Florence Nightingale. And she's dubbed the Lady with the Lamp. Just give me 1 minute, and we'll take off my mask. Alright, Florence Nightingale was born on May 10th, 1820 in Florence, Italy, to wealthy parents who were from England. And in 1821, their parents returned to England, and she was raised by wealthy parents on 2 different estates. One was named Lea Hurst, and the other was named Embley. And one they spent the summers in, and the other one they spent winters in. She was homeschooled by her father, and she excelled very well in education. She could actually speak, write, and read 4 different languages. So, and she was very awkward socially, so she excelled very well with education. Now, from a very young age, Florence Nightingale was known to take care of ill and injured people on their estates and family members. So, and back in that day, nursing was very much frowned upon. So, sorry, I'm freezing. From a young age, she was known to take care of the ill. Now, by the age of 16, she announced to her parents she had a divine calling from God, and she was going to become a nurse. This time, it was the Victorian era, and nursing was highly frowned upon. It was actually known as the Dark Age of Nursing. And this is the information I found from Britannica online encyclopedia website, and also from the Reynolds. Hold on for it. Okay. And from the Reynolds Historical Library at the Alabama University in Birmingham website. So, alright, to carry on, she had a divine calling during the dark ages of nursing. So during this time, she was expected to marry and raise children. And so her parents were very upset by this. They're like, no, you're not going to do that. And she was like, yes, I am. So eventually, in 1851, she went to school in Kaiserwerth, Germany, at the school is Pastor Theodore Fliedner's Hospital and School for Deaconesses. And this is the only school she could find training at that wasn't associated with the Catholic Church at that time. So after she finished her training there, she went on to Paris to Sisters of Mercy and continued on training. So whenever she finished her training, she found a job at London's establishment of gentlewomen during illness, which was part of the Middlesex Hospital in London. Now, it wasn't very long about it. She worked there about a year, and she became the superintendent. So as superintendent, the first thing Florence Nightingale did was instituted a hygiene program for the staff and for the patients. And then after that was instituted, she went on to work on the sanitation of the hospital. All right, well, during this time, the Crimean War broke out. And in 1853, the newspapers started showing articles about how poor the army hospital was in Turkey during the Crimean War, and this is where the British soldiers were being treated. So she sent a letter to the Secretary of War, and at the same time, the Secretary of War was sending her a letter asking for her assistance. So her and 38 other nurses went to Scutari, Turkey, and at the hospital there where the British soldiers were being treated, and found horrid conditions. It was so bad. People had soiled themselves. They were laying in the halls on stretchers. There were rats and mice and bugs everywhere, and the whole hospital itself was like on a cesspool. So no clean water, no good food, everything was dirty. So the first thing Florence Nightingale did was clean up the hospital. They cleaned it from head to, from floor to ceiling. And then the next thing, of course, they started caring for the patients and got them cleaned up, got them supplies, and just got the whole thing running properly. And actually the death rate went from 40% to 2% in 6 months. So, and while how Florence Nightingale got her name was, she spent every minute caring for the soldiers. And at night, she would be caring for them, carrying her lamp down the hallways. And therefore, she got dubbed the Lady with the Lamp. Now, after the war was over and she came home, she had written this 830-page report while she was there. She submitted that to the Queen and King of England, and they established the Royal Commission, which went on to do work to set those standards in other Army hospitals, and then, of course, became a basic standard in nursing. So, and even today, her books are still being published and part of a lot of nursing courses. All right, so after she returned from the war, she actually became bedfast for a while because she had caught Crimean fever during the time she was there. She was bedfast for over 15 years. And she just continued her work, writing and educating people about hospital hygiene and sanitation and how much that improved healthcare. Well, upon her return, the Queen of England actually gave her a big amount of money as a prize because she did so well cleaning everything up. And with that money, she opened up the St. Thomas Hospital in the Nightingale School of Nursing. Was the very first school of nursing that was founded on a scientific basis. And she was also, in her 830-page report about Crimea, she was the first person to use a pie chart to describe statistical data. So, but the biggest thing Florence Nightingale was famous for was making nursing a respectable profession. And she is also known as the pioneer of modern nursing. And she died in London on August 13th, 1910. So I guess the question is here, who's going to be the next Florence Nightingale and make nursing an even better profession? So, all right. Thank you for your time.